Hello everyone and welcome back to the Talking Mode. I'm your host Caroline and alongside with me is
Sarah. Hi guys. So this is a very special episode because it's the last one in the year of the ox. So we decided to do a recap video in the form of baking show. So let's join us on a ride down memory lane to where the journey started.
Yay!
If you've watched our first ever video, we talked about why we decided to start a YouTube channel and all of the preparation process leading up to the launch of the Talking Mode. From daily conversations at the school cafeteria to weekend fall calls hours on end, we were able to bring them to our weekly recording. And here we are, 2 girls, 3 media platforms, 4 series, 24 episodes, 900 minutes, 3,500 views, and a promise of so much more to come. We view each of our episodes as an ingredient to create our beautiful cake. Each episode is a layer, and 24 episodes are indeed 24 distinct flavors added to our cake. Obviously, there are more flavors to come. You may think that a stack of cake layers is doomed to collapse one day, but we are not afraid of falling because we have strong confidence in the foundation that we have built and nurtured every single day. Even if that happens, so what? We pick up the crumbs, recharge our energy, and keep on recording. As they said, the show must go on. Our 2021 was filled with amazing experiences and opportunities to broaden our horizons. Each series is a discussion of a problem, a subject that truly matters to us, and each episode a revelation of something new about ourselves and the world around us. We talked, we share, we laugh, we argue, genuinely and wholeheartedly. We set out to give our opinions a voice and a chance to be heard, be valued, and be inspired. It is our only goal to spread the love for human conversation, intellectual discourse, and engagement in current affairs. This bland sponge cake that we're making today is a testament to a wonderful journey that we've traveled thus far. And it's also a reminder for us to keep on striving amid hardship to perfect ourselves day by day, episode by episode. We don't know what the future holds, but one thing we are certain of is that the Talking Mode will always be the place for us to let our guard down, authentically voice our thoughts and experience. On this occasion, we would love to extend our sincere gratitude to our wonderful followers, without whose support the Talking Mode wouldn't have been possible. Every one of your views, comments, and shares is a motivation for us to keep creating new content. Once again, we are eternally grateful for your company on this ride with us. We look forward to your continued love and support in the future. Now, at the dawn of a new year, let us take a step back to reflect on the journey we have been through and discuss our plan for the coming year.
Okay, so welcome back. In the meantime, while we wait for the cake to be baked downstairs, we have prepared some questions so that we can reflect on our journey and what have we done in the year of 2021, especially like on Talking Mode and other our platforms, our influencer journey, as I already said. Okay, so what do you want to start?
So let's see. So what have we done, right? Let's start with that.
Okay.
Like we started the Talking Mode back in
May, June,
back in June, right?
around
Back in
that
June.
time, yeah.
So I think specifically it's on June 1st. On June.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually
Okay.
on June 1st. That's
Uh-huh.
that's the day when we launch our premiere episode.
Mhm.
So we're filming it actually at my house, and
Mhm.
today's it's also at my house, but in a different setting.
Yeah, so it's like an anniversary.
Yeah.
thing.
So here we are, 6 months later.
Yes.
Let's see. What have we done, Caroline?
We have released 24 episodes, and we have done multiple, series about different topics, different matters that we think you guys can benefit from listening to. So I think that's the biggest milestone because, we have a milestone in 2022 to buy a mic.
Right.
So that's a future milestone. Yeah.
Right. So we reached around 3,000 views.
Yeah.
And our most popular video would be the episode where we talked about
A life of devotion.
life of devotion with
With a
Mr.
teacher, yeah.
Miss Wing, as a
Yes.
guest speaker. So
Yes.
and second place is actually the first one, our very first
Yeah.
YouTube video, which peaked at which is at 327 views during to this time. So
Yeah,
With-
that's quite an accomplishment, right? Like over 3,000 hours of, no, 3,000 views, not hours. Yeah. So consider the fact that we just done it. We've been doing it for 6 months. I feel like that's an accomplishment in itself because in the beginning when we started this journey, we didn't have any specific numbers or milestone in mind. Of course, like we would like to reach as many people as possible, but like that wasn't our main goal. Our main goal was to share with you all the
things.
knowledge, yeah, and all of our experiences, to be honest. And I think being able to do that was already a biggest milestone that we have accomplished. Yeah.
I think it is like a glimpse into what Caroline and I talked about every day in the cafeteria or during school break. We talked a lot.
Yeah. Hence the talking mode.
Yes, yeah. So that's why we name it the talking
Yeah.
mode. So this is actually glimpse for you guys to join us in our conversation.
Yeah.
Because basically we talk nonstop, and from who knows, from college application to whatever that's
Like climate change,
climate change, we talked about
politics,
everything. It's like interdisciplinary kind
learning.
Of, yeah.
Yeah, and it's been fun. Obviously there were some obstacles, like as you can see, we didn't have a constant schedule of uploading every week.
We did.
We did like maintain a strike.
But then we kind of broke it when we enter
Exam season, for example.
But it wasn't that.
Like too far in
We
between.
kind of anticipated that.
Yeah.
Remember when we started this thing, we said we had the schedule, and then
we had to pre-record, then we
yeah,
could.
and then I said, okay, so in December that's gonna be the closing date for application, and then in March we're gonna receive the results. Then we said, okay, so during that time we're gonna take time off, talk about. But then I think that we kind of it's not that worse, we didn't really take time out except for that time when we had gym team and tests and stuff. But yeah,
So
overall
it's been constant. Yeah. Okay. In the reflective atmosphere, so I have prepared one question that we will answer. Okay, so what is one thing that you learned about yourself in 2022? One, not two. 2021.
One thing only?
Yeah. Or multiple if you want.
Okay.
It's okay.
I think it's got to be confidence.
Wow, okay.
How being in front of the screen, in front of the camera, it's not something that me as a little girl would think of, because I mean it's much like really a milestone, because when I was a little kid I was very shy. Okay, you guys may not believe that, but I actually was very shy. I remember there was this party, and then I was around 5 or 6.
Okay.
And then they told me to come up the stage and then sing a song.
I did too. Yeah, I experienced that.
I mean, even though if you're not shy, maybe you don't want to sing, but
Yeah.
I was very, very no. I basically refrain myself from public
Understandable.
display of talent or whatever. So so being able to produce this podcast with Caroline, I think that I've learned to trust myself more, to just be whatever you are, whoever you are.
And also just sometimes like embarrass yourself in public.
Yeah, and you kind of like normalize the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal. Like
Mhm.
when you watch TV series and you think, you know, people being humiliated, but when you're actually showing yourself to
Yeah.
the world like this, it's actually very cool and in a way very normal.
And also I think like embarrassment is whatever you make of it. Like if you don't think it is embarrassing, then it would not be embarrassing. I feel like embarrassment is when you feel like it is embarrassing and not like people, you know, sometimes because sometimes people look at you embarrassed, maybe humiliating yourself, but then people don't think that's embarrassing at all. It's just that what you made.
It's like people make fun of yourself because they think that you're very afraid
Yeah,
of
yeah.
showing yourself. Like if you think that picture it's like a meme or like a meme quality, you know, like meme, something like that. But like if you don't think it's, you know, if you don't think of it as a meme, then it's actually pretty normal, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. Cool.
How about you?
That's a big lesson. Like I haven't learned to be confident, like fully confident. But I would say the number one lesson that I learned, about like myself and my trait, personality trait, that I feel like we can be stronger than we think. Like I don't know, like I feel like people often not like complain, but some like that about when they're going through hardships. They think like they might not be able to push through, but I feel like if you are determined enough, then you will be able to push through. Like especially like for me, like for every of us, like we have been going through this college thing, and it requires so many effort and mental energy, because besides school you have many other things on your plate, you know, like we have this to talk about, and sometimes it's very hard to delegate between different things, but you know we managed to. And even though like we slipped some episodes here and there but we managed to keep a constant, I would say, schedule. But after all of this, I really think that we can be able to do more and be stronger than we ever think. And sometimes we underestimate our power and how our endurance, but being through such difficult times like this past couple of years have proved humanity almost, that we can really make use of what we have. Like it's not like we need to have everything. Sometimes we just can make use of what we have, like I said.
Like we don't really work to we don't really maximize our potential. Like we just think of is like there's a limit for ourselves, and then we're not trying to be, you know, to reach beyond that. So I think it's always best that maybe we aim for something, but always have this mindset that you have to do something maybe bigger, because who knows.
You can. It's not like okay. Move on. Next question to Sarah. What is your biggest achievement this year? It can be like awards, anything tangible, or just something intangible too, like your personal development.
I guess that like tangible achievements first. It's our, you know, dream team. Like
obviously.
Yes, we become the champions of the tournament.
It's
so
still
that's
mind blowing.
Yeah, it's still like mind blowing up to this point, because like just a few months ago we wouldn't, you know, we think that okay, we're all like for newbies in the debate community, and now we're at this stage. So that's one achievement. In terms of personal growth, I realized this maybe through college application, where you have to write a lot of essays about yourself, and you have to be very reflective. Like even something this small, like maybe you overlook them, but that now you have to kind of exploit each and every moment, and so that you can squeeze every part that's you inside. And so when it comes to being when it comes to kind of like reflective thingy, I normally keep it to myself mostly, but I think that one of the biggest achievement I gotta say that this year is that I've learned to share it with someone else. Learn to be like a little bit more vulnerable, you know, like because I kind of shelter like myself from saying my true feelings, because I'm afraid that it's gonna hurt me, or it's gonna be something that people may use to I don't know, to judge me or whatever. But I've learned that it's okay to be vulnerable, sometimes, and it's okay to let other people
Yeah.
see you at your maybe not the strong, but not at the limelight or something.
And
Just you.
and I think that we connect on those vulnerable moments. It's not like we will connect on like other people's achievement. Like we do, but it's not a deep connection. Like when I see people who have very strong connection, I feel like they have spent some vulnerable moments together, and that's when they built those precious connections. And so yeah,
It's like especially during this time when you watch other people getting acceptance, letters to many schools or even prestigious one. And then you got like the pressure is there. It's
always
real
been
pressure.
there. Yeah.
But like
Peer
if you
pressure is
gotta
real.
think about that, it's like when you get to connect them and not looking at them as some like mythical, I don't know, some very like huge person with big brains and stuff like that. You kind of connect with them and you see how they got there, and you kind of feel like, okay, it's not that, you just gotta work hard and you just gotta try harder and things like that, and you're gonna achieve your goals.
I agree.
Don't just look at what they achieve versus like there's a whole journey to get there.
Yeah, I agree. Like people sometimes just see the glittery, like, I don't know, persona of people when they perceive it outward, but they don't really see the hard work behind all of the glamorous thing. Okay. That's cool. Okay, so about my tangible but not tangible thing, I feel like this year I have wandered into a very new field, which is debate. Like, beyond like outside of Juneteenth, we have experienced many more competitions, and I really feel like I don't know, it's something that I would say it's matter a lot because it's academic but not so academic. It's in between, because even though we have to expand our horizon academically, we still use our soft skills. We still get to practice all the skills that we tend to, like, sometimes overlook, and that's I would say a very big accomplishment, because leading up to that point I only know of clubs, organization inside of school, and academic organization, and not really a real hobby. And I feel like the debate has become that hobby for me. And about personal growth and stuff, I would say I have learned to set boundaries and know like my, I would say, ability to work, because I feel like in this hustle culture of a world, society, we're always pushing ourselves beyond our limits. And I feel like even though sometimes setting boundaries might seem impossible, because we all have like endless things to do, but I feel like taking a time to rest, or just setting your boundaries and letting people know and respect your boundary is beneficial, and it will benefit you in the long term, especially when it comes to your endurance and your ability to work and ability to perform to your max potential.
Right, that's true. Like the older you get, like the more like you just have to know where to stop and where you need to prioritize. Like you're not some like even
robot.
yourself. Of course, your health has limits too, and so you have to prioritize which one that you want to do right now. What is on your top priority list? Things like that, and just don't dive into everything, and then one day you realize that you're kind of out of depth.
Yeah.
Like, you don't feel like you belong here anymore. It's like everyone.
That's absolutely.
Yeah, it's like you're kind of like you kind of dig a hole for yourself to jump in, kind of like. And if you try to be good at each and every portion parts of your life.
And sometimes we have to learn to be selfish. I feel like we give too much as individual when it comes to we invest our energy, we invest our time on other people, but we like forget to do that same thing for ourselves. And I read somewhere that on a day-to-day basis, we have multiple different battles. You know, we can either choose to work hard, or we can either choose to value our mental health. It's the matter of which battle you want to fight, and you have to choose your battles wisely depending on your needs and your desire, because like we cannot like fight both the battle of working hard and also valuing your mental health. It's impossible, and we have to find a balance. And even though like I still feel like our generation is very bad at doing that, because you know, sometimes I feel guilty for setting boundaries, because I have met very few people who do the same thing, and sometimes I feel guilty for this, for like sleeping too early
It's
or
like,
something.
Yeah, because mental health has always been like overlooked, even
I
though
agree.
it's
And it's stigmatized too.
Yeah, because see now and of course you tend to think that you can do more, like you have this capacity and you can do more, but then what you don't realize is that, you know, in the long way, what you think really affects how you work, how you know, your productivity and things like that, but you never take that into account.
Yeah.
It's not until that you have assigned yourself with a bunch of stuff until a time when you said, no, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, it's
and then
burnout, and that's completely it. So yeah, I encourage you guys to rest when you can, because like when you're 60 and you're looking back, it would be full of regrets that you will not you have taken your health for granted. That would be an awesome regret to have. An awful, not awesome.
Yeah,
awful regret
and of
to
course things takes time to, you know, absorb. You cannot just rush them.
I agree. So wise.
Them,
so
right?
wise. We're being so wise. Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so this next question is actually pretty cool.
Okay.
Okay, so one thing that you've learned about each other this year.
Okay, one thing we learned about each other this year.
Okay, you go.
Okay, I go first.
And I kind of copy yours.
I feel like this will be a cliche answer, because I obviously read somewhere or listened somewhere.
Read somewhere about me?
No, not read somewhere about you, but like the connection that we have, our chemistry. So I read somewhere where people say that there are multiple types of friendships, and there's one particular type of friendship where, you know, the people that are involved in that friendship don't typically like connect on a day-to-day basis. Like we don't text hour to hour, but then, you know, after years when we meet back, then we will be able to rekindle, we'll still be able to connect. And yeah, I feel like that's what I realized about our friendship, about each other. I feel like, yeah, the connection that we have, it's not coincidental, because even though we can still build our bond to be stronger and stronger, but the connection is always there. Even if like you and I go separate ways, or you and I like have different things on our schedule, like when you have your exams, we don't text at all.
Yeah, we don't text at all. But
yeah,
like,
we don't text
we
at all.
meet,
Yeah, we always text about like homework or the talking mode or anything except, you know, personal connections. But somehow I still feel that we can connect, obviously, because this channel is still running. Yeah, and so that's one thing I realized. And I feel like it's kind of cliche because it's not something that we can build on. I don't think it's coincidental. I feel like we're meant to be together. It's so cliche, but yeah, that's one thing I realized about friendships. Not our friendship to be in particular, because I have some friendships that if we don't like actively build the bond, then we will fall apart. But hopefully that's not ours, because
it's not like
imagine if we have the talking about running for 6 months and then and that would be hilarious. But anyway, what have you learned about me?
Because like it's like, you know, like I've not had many friends, like best friends.
Yeah, me
I
too.
mean, like I talked to a friend about this, and he was, oh, I thought you're very sociable. Okay, yes, I am. Like I'm very sociable.
Yeah, she's
like,
a sociable one.
I talk to a lot of people, but it's not like you get that connection. You get that special connection with someone who you talk about. You talk about something that's very personal. But like with her, I could talk about many things, because
thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, Caroline, it's not a very she doesn't show affection that much. You know, it's pretty much in it's not out there. It's not like showy and kind of like, but
we don't cuddle.
Yeah, but like we don't do that. It's like we don't do any kind of cringy and kind of like cliche kind of things that that maybe girl's best friend do. We're not saying that girl's best friend do.
Yeah,
but
there's
like,
not something wrong with
yeah,
that.
but like not everything that we've seen on TV series, like how. But our connection, it's something more like it's
I
always
would say
there. I mean, it's
intellectual. We connect on
we connect
deeper
on,
matters.
and you know, sometimes you just check some random things, but then we can talk about it. So that's like
cool.
that's what I learned about our friendship in this. Like it's learn to maybe have somewhere to lean on. Like
I agree.
Like a place. She's not a place, but like a person. Like a person that you can come running and say whatever random things. That it doesn't have to be maybe about a chemistry test. No, that's basically not really. It's more of a classmate kind of thing. But like
I agree.
we like maybe come running and say, oh, that friend got into. Let's comment on that.
Yeah.
See, how does she get in that school?
Yeah.
So, like, talk about
Gossip.
all things in the world.
I agree.
So that's
cool.
like kind of like build a lot of trust and like in a relationship when you're insecure, it's really uncomfortable. Like you don't know if now you share this and now who knows in the future if you and I would still be friends. But like the thing is, what we've learned is that throughout break, even though we have a very long break and I had my test and she has her own, but like whenever we meet, it's the same. It doesn't really change. So that's that.
That's special.
Let's get away with this stuff.
Yes, so Frenchie. No, we don't talk about that sentimental thing, but okay.
Okay. Big question of the day. What's next for the talking mode?
Yes. What's next on the talking mode?
Actually, we have not only us, but like some of our friends.
Really?
Like some of our acquaintances.
Okay.
Or like viewers. They've asked like, okay, so what are you guys gonna do like next? Are you guys continue to do series on climate change or things in high school or something? And then we also ask ourselves what is like our next
step.
Yeah, what is the next step for the talking mode? Because obviously we're off somewhere soon. We're not gonna be in high school anymore. And the topic
that breaks my heart.
Like, and so and of course we cannot talk about college application forever.
That's nightmare.
Yeah, you gotta move on. And of course maybe climate change, but like it's not gonna be the main part about the talking mode. So what is gonna be? Is this still gonna be a podcast?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we do need to feel a niche, our niche. We see like true crime podcasts. We see self-help podcasts. But what are we?
So like
we are everything
the
podcast.
core like
core.
value, the core value of our podcast.
We still need to figure that out.
The depth of our conversation.
But sometimes I feel like because we are randomness is our core, our niche. And sometimes versatility is maybe our niche because like we can probably talk about anything. But I do feel like it's nice to have one core subject.
Probably we could continue with something relating to university. That's gonna be a very
obviously
big topic
that will follow us for the next few years.
4 years or even grad school.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, she doesn't want to go to grad school.
No, I don't want to study anymore. Like, yeah.
If you want to become a lawyer, then you have to.
If I can, like, I would quit like after high school, but no.
Yeah, she actually before Caroline thought about not going to uni.
I don't want to go to uni. I feel like that's I'm not gonna say it's pointless, but it's not for me.
But she's heading somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere we're revealing soon.
Yeah. When it's official.
Yeah, when it's official.
Okay. What's the plan?
So maybe university topics and how we tackle with.
I mean, like we will be far apart, and that can be like long distance relationship, friendship could be a big thing because friendship is a complex thing, and just going about like making new friends in university, it's a very interesting topic.
Or like sometimes like there's another like road for the talking about. It's like maybe we're not in the same podcast, like in the same episode. Maybe we also use this
Solo
channel,
episodes?
not solo, or like
that's
she
cool.
could have her own.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Or like we kind of diverge into different lines.
Yeah, I thought about that because you and I can go to different universities and we can vlog and we can tell us about each individual experience. That would be cool. Like
yeah, but like all in all, like the talking mode is still gonna be the place where we're gonna post our videos and any other media kind of materials
about us both. That would be cool. Yeah, but the next plan is to buy a mic. That's on our to-do list.
That's our near future.
Yeah, very near future. It's only 4 months, 5 months,
and a gimbal perhaps.
And
like
then
for
stabilizing, gimbal, tripod. We haven't had. Yeah,
there's a lot of things that we have to check out our
mic.
Mic first.
We do a clip-on mic. That would be
like a clip
because we can afford that studio mic.
Right.
Okay.
The big one. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's that.
So, with all that said, we are glad to welcome our 2022 where we will talk more, laugh more, and learn a whole lot more. Our cake is in no way perfect with straight lines or beautiful frosting. Sometimes it has holes and cracks on it, but we believe they are what makes our journey extra special.
So we wish you guys a happy new year. That's a very cliche thing to say, but
wish you a happy Lunar New Year.
A happy one, a very happy, prosperous year ahead. And may you fulfill your
wishes, dreams, sending love.
So that is love from the talking mode.
Yes.
And also that's a wrap for today's episode. See you soon.
Bye.
Stay tuned.
Stay safe
And
stay awesome. Woo!